Hey you guys, this is Darth Wyatt from All That Jazz, and I am just making this video because I wanted to draw something. And I wanted to let you guys know that school is out. Summer vacation has begun. And that means that I'm going to have so much more time to make drawing videos and stop motions. So those of you who like my stop motions and or my drawing videos, which a lot of people like my drawing videos apparently, because on my YouTube channel, those videos have the Boba Fett one that I did a couple days ago, or that I did a couple weeks ago. See, if you look, it has 188 views, and then the one that I did a while ago with the for the other Jazzer Challenge of the Month has 244 views. So those are getting a lot of views, which is great. And that means that I'm going to make a lot more of those. And also, of course, all my stop motions have over 100 views. My most popular video has 677 views. Guys, look at that. My Epic Civil War stop motion. 677 views. That's really cool. Which means that I'm going to be making so many more of those drawing videos and stop motions over the summer. So I was working on editing that stop motion that I did the voice that I had the voice auditions for a while ago. I was working on editing that this morning. I worked on it for about an hour and I'm almost halfway done with the voices. Then I have to put I have to time it and put the sound effects and music in. So I got a lot of work cut out for me this summer. But we're going to be using the Arty Games app that Jazza made. I put in the custom generator. You can see I have 5 columns for ideas. So we're going to be making a random character based off of what we get. Let's see what we're going to be making. Alright, so it is an overpowered stoic nature speedster ghost. Okay, that could be cool. So it's going to be kind of a serious, super fast guy that's a ghost and has nature. And I'm going to make him look pretty epic since he's overpowered. Alright, so we got our character right here. So at the end of this video, so what I want you guys to do, I want you to put in the comments below, when I'm finished with this character, I want you to put in the comments names, like a name that we can get for this character that we have. And when we get some names in my next video, my next drawing video, I'll put a poll that has all those names, and then you can vote for your favorite name. So if you guys like that idea, then make sure to leave me a comment for the name of this guy, and let's get to it. So, using Google Images, I looked up a couple pictures of, nature, elementals, and ghosts. So, a common theme with armored ghosts I noticed was there was the armor, and then underneath was, wispy things. So, I wanted to do something with that. And also, with nature elementals, it was a lot of, people with, bark or tree armor. So, you can see I started off going with a humanoid look, but then I decided I wanted to go with something more old looking and hunched over. And then you can see I didn't like that so much, so I started doing a whole body, and you can see I had a really hunched over person, and the body was quite out of proportion with some weird overgrown things. So I decided to move on from the design stage to the development stage, and you can see the head is much less hunched over. And I liked what I was working with before. You can see I have a hand reaching out and a hand behind, just getting ready for because he's flying and going really fast. And you can see I start adding the bark to his body and the clawed hands and all that jazz. And I made the speed stuff flying out. and sharpening some pencils to choose my color palette. I chose some browns and then working with some greens to try to get that naturistic feel. Adding some vines to make him seem a bit more overgrown. Now moving on to the deliver stage, where after the develop stage, I begin to go over with a marker and color it, like just refining some details and cutting out, erasing some details that I didn't like so much. You can see the amount of detail that I'm adding into the bark, and now starting with a light saturated brown and moving in with a darker brown to create an interesting shadowing effect, with the shadow starting at the center and then getting lighter as it moves out toward the energy, and then with the energy coursing through his bark and also making some darker vein colors, and making the after image remnant of his speed, adding a bit of a mouth to him, which I had forgotten before. If any of you watched The Flash, Savitar, you know, like the speed tunnel, which I made, which I'll touch base on later. Alright, guys, so this is the character that we created, an overpowered speedster nature ghost. So as you can see, we have he's like, it's like he's flying almost, and you can see we have the remnants of like where he was, like zipping throughout, and then kind of like, you know how in Savitar and the Flash, how when he's running it's almost just like a tunnel of the blues. So I basically did that, except with darker greens, light greens, and some blues. And then you see I did some interesting shading effects, like I had it darker, this darker shadow in the middle, and then getting brighter as it goes out towards this like energy. And you also see like the veins, like almost like tree root veins, the vines wrapping around him, his hands, and all of his, like all the like extensions of wood for like the branches coming off of him. So overall, I think this piece is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this character design. I might do a little bit more shading, you know, just like to give it a little bit more depth, just to make it look more interesting. But all in all, it was a pretty cool character design. And make sure to put ideas for the names in the comments below, and I'll put them in a poll, and we'll see which one wins. Alright guys, so there it is, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you all later. Peace!